In relationships, whether romantic or otherwise, there is often a great deal of uncertainty about where one stands with another person. For some, understanding the depth of another's feelings is crucial to navigating the complexities of connection. When it comes to romantic relationships, this uncertainty can be heightened, especially when trying to assess whether a partner is truly serious about the relationship or simply passing time. While many individuals will express their affection in various ways, there are key signs that can indicate whether a person is truly committed, deeply invested, and serious about their relationship. A person who is genuinely serious about you will show consistent interest in your life, your well-being, and your future together. This interest is not superficial. It extends beyond mere casual conversations. It is about learning the things that matter most to you, from your dreams and ambitions to your fears and struggles. When someone is truly serious about you, they listen not just to your words but to the emotions behind them. They remember the things you've shared, and they show a genuine curiosity about your thoughts and feelings, even those that are difficult or uncomfortable to express. It is the quiet, subtle attentiveness that reveals someone's care. One of the key aspects of a serious relationship is the effort one person is willing to make for the other. Someone who is truly committed to the relationship will demonstrate this effort in both big and small ways. The effort isn't necessarily grandiose. It often shows up in day-to-day actions. For example, they will prioritize time with you even if their own schedule is tight. They will be there when you need them, not just when it is convenient for them. They spend time on habits, gracefully growing to be taller than you and more physically fit. They may show their commitment by making sacrifices, whether it's adjusting their routines, providing emotional support, or simply being present when times are tough. This effort signifies that the relationship is not something they are taking lightly, but rather something they actively work to nurture and protect. They may also, a person who is serious about you will show you respect. This respect is evident in the way they treat you in both public and private settings. It's shown through their words, how they speak about you to others, and how they involve you in their decisions. They don't just tolerate your quirks or differences, they accept them and appreciate them for what they are. The respect they show for your individuality speaks to a deeper level of admiration and genuine care. They understand that a healthy relationship requires both people to maintain their autonomy while still being connected, and they support you in maintaining that balance. Commitment is often tested during times of adversity. A serious partner will not shy away from difficulty or challenge. Rather, they will face obstacles with you, side by side as a team. It's easy to be supportive when things are going smoothly, but true commitment is revealed during moments of hardship. Someone serious about you will stand by you through struggles, whether they are personal, financial, or emotional. They won't look for an easy way out or retreat when things become difficult. Instead, they will demonstrate their loyalty through consistent support, offering both practical assistance and emotional encouragement. Does it mean? Trust is the foundation of any successful relationship. Without trust, there can be no true emotional connection. A person who is serious about you will build trust with you over time. They will not only be open and transparent with you, but will also respect your need for honesty. They will share their thoughts and feelings with you without hesitation, and they will follow through on their commitments. Trustworthiness is not something that can be easily faked. It is established through consistent actions that align with words. When a person is serious about you, their integrity is unquestionable. They will not betray your trust, and they will show you through their actions that they can be relied upon. When someone is serious about you, they will make an effort to integrate you into their life. This means not just spending time with you, but also including you in their world. They will introduce you to their friends and family, not as an afterthought, but as someone they are proud to be with. They won't hide you away or keep you separate from other important parts of their life. Their willingness to openly show you as a significant part of their existence is a clear indication of their seriousness. They want you to see and understand the different aspects of their life because they are thinking about a future with you that includes all these elements. A serious partner will also demonstrate a willingness to grow together. Growth, both personal and relational, is essential in any meaningful relationship. Someone who is truly invested in you will not just focus on the present, but will think about the future, both for themselves and for the relationship. They will make efforts to address any personal issues or shortcomings that may affect the relationship. It will also encourage you to pursue your own growth and personal development. This growth is not about changing the other person to fit an ideal. Rather, it is about building a stronger, more resilient bond over time. They will support your goals, and in turn, they will have their own that they wish to share with you. A serious partner is also someone who values communication. Communication is vital in any relationship, and someone who is serious about you will not shy away from difficult conversations. They will approach conflict with an open mind, seeking to understand your perspective and find common ground. They will be willing to discuss tough topics, whether it is about the relationship itself, external pressures, or individual concerns. A serious person will not resort to silence or avoidance when faced with challenges. Instead, they will be proactive in ensuring that communication remains open and honest, addressing issues before they become bigger problems. This willingness to communicate not only shows their commitment, but also their maturity and emotional intelligence. Another clear sign that someone is serious about you is that they begin to make future plans with you in mind. They won't just live in the present moment, but they will consider how you fit into their future. Whether it's discussing long-term goals, potential travel plans, or even casual talks about the next year or two, a serious person will want to know that you're part of their plans. Number 5, they may begin to talk about shared dreams, such as where they want to live, what kind of lifestyle they want to lead, or how they envision a future together. These discussions may start out small, but are indicative of a larger, long-term vision for the relationship. Equally important is the emotional availability a serious person offers. They are not just physically present, but emotionally present as well. Someone who is truly serious about you will allow themselves to be vulnerable with you. They will not put up walls or create distance when things get tough. Instead, they will share their true feelings, even if it's uncomfortable for them. Emotional availability requires courage and a willingness to be open and honest. A person who is emotionally available shows that they are serious about not just the fun, easy moments of the relationship, but also the harder, more intimate ones. They are committed to forming a deep emotional bond that can weather any storm. A person who is serious about you also invests in the relationship on a deeper level. This is not just about time or attention, but about emotional and mental energy. They are constantly thinking about the relationship and what they can do to improve it, to nurture it, and to make sure it grows stronger. They will not take the relationship for granted. This investment shows up in how they express their love and affection, in how they treat you when no one is watching, and in the little things they do for you on a regular basis. A serious person sees the relationship as a priority, and they act accordingly, showing through their actions that they value it above other distractions. Finally, someone who is serious about you will demonstrate a deep sense of accountability. This means they take responsibility for their actions, both good and bad, and they are willing to work through challenges without blaming or avoiding responsibility. Accountability is an essential aspect of maturity and respect within a relationship. It shows that they understand the importance of integrity and honesty in maintaining a healthy partnership. They will not only be accountable for their mistakes, but will also take steps to avoid repeating them in the future, ensuring that the relationship remains strong and stable over time. When someone is truly serious about you, their actions align with their words. They invest time, effort, and energy into nurturing the relationship, ensuring that it is not just based on fleeting emotions but on a deeper, more thoughtful commitment. This seriousness is evident in how they prioritize you, respect you, communicate with you, and show consistent care for your well-being. It's not something that can be forced or faked, but rather something that grows organically over time. A person who is truly serious about you will demonstrate consistent effort in both big and small ways. This includes making time for you, supporting you through challenges, and investing in the relationship long term, even when you're depressed about your losses. Someone serious about you will be emotionally open and available, sharing their true feelings and allowing themselves to be vulnerable. This openness fosters a deeper emotional connection and trust. A serious partner will actively include you in their future plans, demonstrating a willingness to build a life together. Their vision for the relationship extends beyond the present, reflecting a deep investment in your shared future. In relationships, the concept of effort is often misunderstood. It is easy to assume that when someone expresses their affection or love, that gesture in itself is a clear sign of commitment. However, genuine effort is much more than occasional declarations or fleeting actions. True effort is the foundation of any relationship that stands the test of time. And this means consistent effort is the foundation of sexual intimacy. It manifests not just in grand gestures, but also in the everyday, often overlooked ways that one person demonstrates care, consideration, and love for another. When a person is truly serious about you, their effort is constant and unwavering. It isn't something that they give sporadically based on convenience or emotion. Genuine effort is rooted in consistency, and it becomes evident over time. This consistency isn't about perfection, but about dedication. It's the small, everyday actions that demonstrate a deep, ongoing commitment to the relationship. From the seemingly trivial decisions, like taking the time to check in on you when they're busy, to the bigger decisions that affect both of you long term, genuine effort is shown through consistency. It's the reliability of knowing that they will always make you a priority, even when life gets in the way. In relationships, effort is shown in how much a person is willing to invest in your well-being and in the relationship itself. It is about the quality of the time spent together, not just the quantity. A serious partner recognizes that time is one of the most valuable things they can give you. They don't treat time together as something to be rushed through or taken for granted. Instead, they create space in their life for you, even if they have busy schedules or competing demands. They might wake up earlier to share breakfast with you, stay up late to talk after a long day, or rearrange their plans to ensure they can be present when you need them. This effort to prioritize you despite the other obligations they have reflects their genuine desire to invest in your happiness and the relationship. It is through these actions that you can tell whether they are serious about what you share or if they are merely passing time. Moreover, when someone is serious about you, their effort extends beyond simple physical presence. It includes emotional and mental energy as well. Being there for you physically is one thing, but being present emotionally and mentally is a deeper level of commitment. This means that they are not distracted by their phone or other obligations while spending time with you. They are engaged in the conversation, truly listening to what you have to say and responding thoughtfully. They're increasingly thoughtful enough to respond genuinely and self-consciously through our conversations. They aren't simply going through the motions, but are actively involved in nurturing the emotional connection between you. This emotional effort is often more meaningful than any material gift or spontaneous romantic gesture. It reflects a deeper level of care and a desire to truly understand and connect with you. Additionally, consistent effort in a relationship often involves communication. When someone is serious about you, they recognize that communication is crucial. It's easy to be open and communicate when things are going well, but it's in times of stress or disagreement that the true nature of communication becomes apparent. A person who is genuinely committed to you will make the effort to communicate even when it's difficult. They won't retreat into silence or avoid uncomfortable conversations. They will take the time to understand your perspective, share their own feelings, and work toward resolution. Even when conflict arises, they will see it as an opportunity to grow closer, to better understand each other, and to strengthen the relationship. This kind of communication requires vulnerability and patience, but it is through this ongoing effort that trust and intimacy deepen. Effort in a serious relationship also involves sacrifice. True commitment often requires making sacrifices, big and small. A person who is genuinely invested in you will recognize the importance of putting the relationship first at times, even when it means compromising their own desires or needs. For instance, they might give up a personal opportunity to support you during a tough time, or they might make changes to their routine to ensure they can spend more time with you. This sacrifice isn't about doing something begrudgingly, rather, it's a choice they make because they recognize the value of the relationship and are willing to put it before other aspects of their life. The effort someone puts into a relationship is also evident in their willingness to grow and improve. No one is perfect and no relationship is without its challenges. However, someone who is serious about you will make a conscious effort to evolve and better themselves for the sake of the relationship. This might involve working on personal issues that could negatively affect the relationship, like managing stress, improving communication skills, or addressing past traumas. And they recognize that for the relationship to thrive, they must be willing to grow, adapt, and change when necessary. It's not enough to simply love someone. They must also be willing to make the effort to be the best version of themselves, both for their own well-being and for the well-being of the relationship. A partner who is serious about you will also make an effort to understand your needs, wants, and boundaries. This understanding is more than just surface-level knowledge. It's about truly comprehending what matters most to you. They will take the time to learn what makes you feel loved and appreciated, and they will strive to meet those needs consistently. They won't take your emotions or preferences for granted. Instead, they will actively seek to create an environment where you feel heard, respected, and valued, whether it's through physical affection, acts of service, words of affirmation, or quality time. A person who is serious about you will make a concerted effort to ensure you feel loved in ways that are meaningful to you. Effort in a serious relationship is also shown in the small, thoughtful gestures that may not always be recognized in the moment, but leave a lasting impact. These are the little acts of kindness, consideration, and thoughtfulness that show a person's commitment to your happiness. It could be something as simple as making your favorite meal after a long day, picking up something you've mentioned in passing because they remembered, or supporting you in ways that go unnoticed by others. These subtle acts are not done for recognition, but are driven by a deep desire to show care and appreciation. Over time, these small gestures accumulate, building a sense of security and trust in the relationship. Another important aspect of effort in a serious relationship is accountability. Someone who is truly invested in you and the relationship will take responsibility for their actions, both positive and negative. They won't shy away from making amends when they make a mistake. If they hurt you or fall short in some way, they will own up to it and work to make things right. They won't blame you or external circumstances for their shortcomings. Instead, they will recognize their role in the situation and take proactive steps to learn from it. This kind of accountability fosters respect and creates a strong foundation for the relationship to grow. The importance of effort in a relationship cannot be overstated. It's easy to say that you love someone, but demonstrating that love through consistent, meaningful actions is what truly sustains a relationship over time. Effort doesn't mean that the relationship will always be smooth or that problems won't arise, but genuine effort means that even when difficulties surface, the commitment to working through them remains strong. A serious partner shows up every day, doing the work required to make the relationship flourish, even when it's challenging. They don't take the relationship for granted, and they recognize that their actions matter. By consistently making the effort to be present, supportive, and loving, they demonstrate that they are fully invested in you and the future you can build together. This is the path to long-term satisfaction and to loving a relationship. In conclusion, genuine effort and consistency are the hallmarks of a serious relationship. It is through these actions that a person shows their true commitment, not just in moments of ease, but throughout the course of time, regardless of the challenges faced. When someone is serious about you, their effort is visible in how they make you a priority, how they support you emotionally and physically, and how they work to build a life together. This kind of consistent effort builds trust, deepens connection, and creates a foundation for a relationship that can endure. It is this unwavering dedication that signifies true seriousness in a relationship, and it is what separates fleeting infatuation from lasting love. Emotional availability and vulnerability are two crucial components that define the depth and health of any meaningful relationship. These elements are often difficult to cultivate, yet they are essential for building intimacy, trust, and long-term connection. Without emotional availability, relationships often feel distant or shallow, lacking the profound bond that comes with true understanding and shared emotional experiences. Similarly, vulnerability is the bridge that allows people to connect on a deeper level, transcending surface-level interactions and reaching the core of who we are as individuals. At its core, emotional availability refers to the ability of one person to be open and present with their emotions, both for themselves and with others. It involves a person's capacity to share their inner world, express their feelings honestly, and engage with their partner in an authentic way. Emotional availability is not about perfection. It's about being real, present, and willing to experience the full range of emotions that come with being in a relationship. Someone who is emotionally available is in tune with their own feelings and is able to communicate them without fear of judgment or rejection. Being emotionally available means that a person is capable of offering support, empathy, and understanding to their partner. This means being there for them during difficult moments, offering a listening ear, and responding with compassion and care. It's not just about showing up when things are easy or when everything is going well. It's about being able to weather the storms together. Emotional availability involves the ability to stay grounded and engaged when emotions run high, offering comfort and reassurance rather than retreating or becoming distant. This consistency and emotional presence builds trust and strengthens the emotional foundation of the relationship. One of the key aspects of emotional availability is the capacity to engage with emotions in a healthy and mature way. Many people, particularly those who have not learned to deal with their emotions effectively, might avoid difficult feelings or dismiss them as unimportant. This kind of emotional suppression can lead to a buildup of unaddressed emotions, creating distance between partners. Someone who is emotionally available, however, will recognize that emotions are an important part of the human experience and will not shy away from confronting difficult feelings, whether they are their own or their partner's. Being emotionally available also requires a level of self-awareness. A person who is emotionally available has an understanding of their own emotional landscape. They know what triggers them, what makes them feel vulnerable, and what emotions are most difficult for them to express. This self-awareness allows them to communicate their feelings more effectively and with greater clarity. When someone has a high degree of emotional availability, they are not only able to share their feelings with you, but they also have the tools to manage those emotions and navigate them in a way that is constructive for the relationship. They know how to handle conflict without resorting to defensiveness or disengagement. Instead, they approach challenges with openness, seeking resolution and deeper understanding. Vulnerability, while closely related to emotional availability, is a separate but equally important aspect of forming a deep connection. Vulnerability involves being open about one's inner thoughts, fears, insecurities, and desires, even when it feels uncomfortable. It is the willingness to expose parts of yourself that are usually hidden from others, allowing your partner to see you as you truly are without masks or defenses. Vulnerability is not just about sharing the easy parts of yourself, it's about showing the raw, unpolished aspects of your being, the things that may cause you to feel exposed, uncertain, or even afraid. Being vulnerable in a relationship means sharing things that are deeply personal, things that may make you feel exposed or even weak. It's the courage to let someone else see you when you are not at your best, when you are struggling, or when you don't have all the answers. Vulnerability allows for a deeper level of connection because it invites your partner into your world in a way that superficial conversations or surface-level interactions cannot. When two people are able to be vulnerable with each other, they create an environment where both individuals feel safe enough to let down their guards and explore the deeper aspects of their relationship. This level of emotional intimacy fosters a sense of closeness and trust that is foundational to lasting partnerships. One of the greatest challenges when it comes to vulnerability is the fear of being judged, rejected, or misunderstood. Many people are conditioned to protect themselves from emotional harm, and as a result, they may guard their true feelings and thoughts. This defense mechanism often prevents people from opening up fully and sharing their true selves. However, when we appreciate another's, we are so restored and feel a sense of safety and help. However, true vulnerability requires the willingness to take risks emotionally, to show up without the expectation of perfection, and to embrace the possibility of emotional discomfort. It's about trusting that your partner will accept you for who you are, even when you show your weaknesses and flaws. Wellness consists, not intolerance. A person who is serious about being emotionally available and vulnerable will not use your vulnerability against you. It is in these moments that the depth of emotional connection is most apparent. A person who is emotionally available will stay present even when disagreements arise. They won't retreat into silence or withdraw emotionally. Instead, they will engage with you, listen to your concerns, and express their own feelings honestly. They will not shy away from difficult conversations or attempt to avoid emotional confrontation. Instead, they will approach these moments with openness, seeking to understand your perspective while also sharing their own. This approach to conflict resolution strengthens the relationship by ensuring that both partners feel heard and understood, rather than dismissed or invalidated. Furthermore, emotional availability and vulnerability help to break down the walls that we often build to protect ourselves. In relationships where both partners are emotionally available, there is no need for constant defense mechanisms or barriers. Both individuals are willing to show up as their true selves without the need for pretense or masks. This creates a deep sense of safety and trust in the relationship, where both partners know that they can be themselves without fear of judgment or rejection. The vulnerability they share with one another creates a bond that goes beyond surface-level attraction or convenience. It is built on a foundation of honesty, trust, and emotional intimacy. Quote, emotional availability and vulnerability are not just about sharing emotions. They are about creating a space where both individuals feel seen, heard, and valued for who they truly are. When someone is emotionally available and vulnerable, they are creating an environment in which both partners can grow, learn, and evolve together. They are willing to invest in the emotional health of the relationship, understanding that true intimacy requires courage, trust, and vulnerability. It is through these shared experiences that the relationship transforms from a simple connection into a deep, lasting partnership, one rooted in authenticity and emotional depth, and the two become an integrated, true design. Long-term commitment and the idea of a shared future are concepts that resonate deeply with individuals who are looking for meaningful, lasting relationships. These ideas reflect a partnership that transcends the immediate pleasures and challenges of the present moment and extends into the future. A long-term commitment implies not only the willingness to face the journey together, but also the shared vision and goals that are created through mutual understanding, respect, and love. It is about finding common ground on the key aspects of life and working toward building a future that reflects both individuals' dreams, values, and aspirations. A long-term commitment is not something that can be casually entered into. It requires an immense amount of trust, patience, and mutual respect. It is a commitment that is built upon layers of connection, emotional availability, and the willingness to grow, both individually and together as a couple. Unlike short-term or casual relationships, which often rely on fleeting emotions and external circumstances, a long-term commitment is grounded in a deeper understanding of the complexities and challenges that life will inevitably bring. When two people decide to commit to one another for the long haul, they are agreeing to face life's unpredictable nature together, supporting one another through both the highs and lows that will come their way. One of the essential components of a long-term commitment is the willingness to weather challenges together. Life is rarely predictable, and individuals in long-term relationships understand that obstacles and difficulties will arise. These could range from financial struggles, career changes, health issues, or emotional challenges that test the strength of the relationship. This is the idea that once you are with another person more closely relative to yourself, a serious commitment is marked by a willingness to tackle these challenges head-on, with the assurance that the relationship itself is a priority. It is about being there for one another, not just during the easy times, but especially when things get tough. In a truly committed relationship, both partners rely on each other to face life's uncertainties. Instead of seeking an easy way out, they are committed to finding solutions together, maintaining open communication, and prioritizing the relationship even during difficult moments. When abusers raise their voices, men respond by manipulating the situation whether they realize it or not. Having a shared future is a powerful motivator in long-term relationships. When two people talk about their future together, it signals that they are both thinking beyond the present moment and considering the long-term trajectory of their lives. A shared future involves aligning values, goals, and desires to create a path forward that is rooted in mutual understanding. This may involve discussions about career paths, where to live, what kind of lifestyle to lead, or even the prospect of starting a family. A couple that is committed to a shared future takes the time to understand each other's aspirations and dreams and works to integrate them into a cohesive vision for their relationship. Number 5. The relationship's prospects and willingness to protect it. For instance, if one partner dreams of traveling the world and the other desires stability and a settled life, a shared future would require compromise, communication, and collaboration to find a balance between both sets of desires. In relationships where a shared future is the goal, both individuals are actively involved in shaping that future. They discuss the logistics, the possibilities, and the challenges, while keeping their relationship at the core of those decisions. These conversations, although they might seem mundane or even stressful at times, lay the foundation for a partnership that is not only built on emotional connection but also on practical decisions that will affect both parties. A shared future is not something that happens by chance, but something that is intentionally built and nurtured over time. The concept of long-term commitment is also closely tied to the idea of mutual growth. When both individuals in a relationship are committed to each other for the long haul, they understand that personal growth is a crucial part of the partnership. No one remains static throughout life. We evolve emotionally, mentally, and physically. In a relationship marked by long-term commitment, both partners support each other in their individual growth while also fostering growth within the relationship itself. This means encouraging one another to pursue passions, goals, and ambitions, even if those ambitions might not align perfectly with the other person's. A relationship is enriched when both individuals grow into their best selves, and bring those improved versions into the partnership. In turn, the relationship becomes a space for personal and mutual development, deepening the connection and allowing both people to feel fulfilled, supported, and motivated. However, long-term commitment is not just about individual growth, it's about growing together. Shared experiences, challenges, and triumphs create a sense of unity and purpose that strengthen the relationship. Over time, as both individuals face life's obstacles together, they learn new things about each other, about themselves, and about the relationship. These lessons become the building blocks of a shared future that is not merely about coexisting, but about thriving as a team. The commitment to facing life's challenges together allows the couple to develop resilience and a shared language of support, empathy, and understanding. As part of a shared future, financial planning is often a key area of focus. Long-term commitment often involves planning for the future in practical ways, such as saving for retirement, buying a home, or investing in joint goals. Financial compatibility is an essential aspect of any long-term partnership, as it directly impacts the quality of life, stability, and the ability to realize dreams and goals. A shared financial vision requires trust and transparency, as well as a willingness to navigate financial decisions as a united front. Whether it's planning for a family or deciding where to live, these financial decisions are not made in isolation. They are made collaboratively, with the understanding that both people's needs and aspirations need to be considered. When a couple is seriously committed to each other, they also tend to develop a deep sense of emotional security. This sense of security comes from knowing that both individuals are working toward the same goals and are fully invested in the success of the relationship. It provides a sense of stability that helps individuals feel safe to be vulnerable, to express themselves authentically, and to explore new dimensions of their personality. The emotional security that comes with long-term commitment is not something that is instantly achieved. Rather, it is cultivated over time through consistency, trust, and shared experiences. This sense of security creates a foundation upon which both partners can confidently build a future, knowing that they have each other's support in every aspect of life. Another important aspect of a long-term commitment and shared future is the ability to maintain a sense of individuality within the relationship. While a long-term commitment involves aligning goals and visions, it is also crucial to recognize and respect the individuality of each person. Each partner brings their own unique perspective, strengths, and values into the relationship, and it's important to maintain a sense of self within the shared life. A committed relationship recognizes that personal growth, self-expression, and individuality are vital aspects of a healthy partnership. This respect for individuality within the context of a shared future ensures that both individuals can continue to evolve and grow, both as individuals and as a couple. Long-term commitment also involves the understanding that relationships require ongoing effort. While the early stages of a relationship may be marked by excitement and passion, long-term partnerships require continual investment to maintain a healthy and vibrant connection. This might involve regular communication, making time for one another despite busy schedules, and finding new ways to keep the relationship fresh and exciting. When relationships make progress, they can develop into long-term relationships, and finding new ways to keep the relationship fresh and exciting. Even in long-term relationships where both partners are committed to the same future, it is easy for complacency to set in. Therefore, conscious effort and attention are needed to maintain the connection. This could mean trying new activities together, revisiting shared goals, or simply ensuring that each partner's emotional and physical needs are met. A long-term commitment demands an active investment of time, energy, and love in order to sustain and deepen the relationship. Ultimately, the beauty of a shared future is the sense of partnership it creates. It's the realization that both individuals are working towards something larger than themselves. They are building a life together, and each decision, each moment contributes to the larger picture they are creating. The shared future is not merely a set of practical goals or aspirations. It is a vision that reflects the shared values, dreams, and ambitions of both individuals. It is the understanding that together they can accomplish more, face greater challenges, and experience deeper fulfillment than they could alone. A relationship rooted in long-term commitment and a shared future is a powerful force. It creates a sense of belonging, purpose, and security, allowing both individuals to flourish individually and together. In relationships where long-term commitment is the cornerstone, the bond becomes a foundation for a life well lived. It is through commitment, mutual growth, shared values, and the vision of a future together that individuals are able to navigate the ups and downs of life with a sense of unity and purpose. As both partners continue to evolve and face challenges side by side, they will build a lasting legacy of love, respect, and resilience that stands the test of time. Through this commitment, they not only enrich their own lives but also create something greater than themselves, a partnership that will endure no matter what the future holds.